getting this running, so give me 5 minutes. We're actually not due to start for a little bit, but I thought I'd get the stream running early. This will be the Spanish DLC 20 years of Slitherine group celebration stream. So, yep, I'll be back shortly, but we're just gonna have the stream running so that everyone can get onto the channel, and then we'll get started. Okay, everything is pretty much ready to go, so we'll get started in like 2 minutes. So for those of you who are maybe watching this after the event, just to note that I started the stream a little bit early, just to give a chance for everybody to join the stream. So this stream will start in approximately 5 minutes from now. I am early. Hello, James Bess. Just thought I'd give some time for everyone to come and join and settle in before we get started. How are you? Yeah, I'm pretty good. It's been really hot here, but the last couple of days, it's actually rained pretty much every day, and it's really brought the temperature down. It was much needed. It's still a good like 20 degrees out, but it's no longer like 34, which was really painful. I don't handle the heat very well, so it was like nightmarish for me. Have you been waiting for me to get started? Yeah, but 34 is pretty nasty when you're by the coastline and the sea is just beaming the light on you, to be fair to me. Aha! Yep. Well, as I said, I just wanted to get running before the start time, just to give a few people a chance to get on the channel before it all kicks off. Normally I'd have a countdown, but I just decided that it would be nicer for me to just sort of sit here and have a chat for a little bit before it all kicks off. Yes, this is the new Spain stuff. So I've got it on general difficulty because I think the standard settings might be a little bit too easy for me. But I'm not cranking the difficulty up to crazy levels or anything. I'm just gonna show off the new Spain DLC for the 20 years of Slitherine celebrations. I also want to talk about the abilities as well, because the way the Spain campaign works is a little bit different. So some of these abilities are actually much better or much worse choices, if you know what I mean. So I'll do a bit of strategy talk about that as well, because I'm sure people will enjoy that. You mean the Power 4, right? Power 3. Power 3, Power 4. I'd probably take them. They're still incredibly good. It's not them that's gotten worse. There are a few that have gotten really bad, but not them. They're still very good. And I will go over what those are. Hello, Avard. Welcome. We'll be getting started very shortly, but I just thought I'd pop on and chat for a bit. It's a little bit more interactive and interesting than a streaming soon screen. Yeah, it's... So, I mean, I might as well just talk to you guys about some of the strategy here. So, in the Spain... I haven't decided on perks already, but I will go through and explain some of them, because... You know, your perks, they really do matter. They determine the whole course of your campaign. And some of them are a lot worse in the Spanish DLC because of the way the Spanish DLC works. So I just want to go over some of the details of, you know, those of you who are looking forward to playing this. You don't want to get halfway through the Spanish campaign and then realize that your perks are useless. So I'm going to go over some details, I think. Okay, well, we might as well get started. So, this is the Spanish Civil War DLC for Panzer Corps 2. It's part of the... I'm doing this as part of the 20 years of Slitherine celebrations. So this will be coming out on the 16th of July, as far as I am aware. If you bought the Field Marshal edition of Panzer Corps 2, you'll get it on the 9th. So you'll get it earlier, either the 8th or the 9th, something like that. You'll get it a bit earlier. Obviously, I've got pre-release access here to do this as part of the celebrations. Now, the thing about the Spanish War DLC is, so part of the history behind the Spanish Civil War is the German intervention had to limit itself to equipment and not so much personnel. So, you know, they didn't want German infantry legions or regiments or whatever word you want to use. They didn't want them in Spain. So the Germans provided artillery, vehicular, and aerial support, but not boots on the ground kind of support. So because that's simulated in this, yeah, that's good to be familiar with the basics. But basically, because you're not going to get boots on the ground, you know, things like infantry general are useless because you won't have any infantry. So, I mean, infantry general was not a great pick anyway. I've always felt like it was a mediocre at best pick. But in the Spanish Civil War DLC, it's hot garbage, so you want to avoid it. Likewise, industry connections, unless they change it, it often provides you with Spanish prototypes, which they're ethereal. So what I mean is, you can use them in one mission and then they disappear. So industry connections is also considerably worse than the base game in terms of perks. And I wouldn't say it was an amazing perk in the base game. It could give you access to something quite nice early if you were lucky. But in the Spanish War DLC, it's a bad choice. Probably best avoided. Likewise, I don't think there's a huge amount of capturing going on, so Liberator has gotten a bit weaker. Now, interestingly, there are a lot of secondary objectives in the Spanish War DLC, and not so many primary objectives, if that makes sense to you. Like, they've really tried to expand the amount that you can do in each mission. So there'll be a primary objective, which is like 40 to 60% of the actual content of the mission. And then there'll be loads of secondary objectives, you know, take this airport, take this area, garrison certain areas with these troops, etc., etc. So Deep Recon has also taken a bit of a hit because there aren't, you know, not everything that you need to do is a primary objective. So, you know, the days of using Deep Recon so that you could literally see every primary objective, you know, the defenders and everything around it, it's not going to help you nearly so much as it did in the base campaign. So this is another ability that has taken a nerf. The others, like Auxiliary Force as well, is another one that's taken a huge nerf because you get the Spanish Auxiliary Force throughout the campaign. So you don't need extra auxiliaries. You already have the option to deploy auxiliaries if you need to. So this is another one that feels like it's taken a big nerf. Which kind of leaves the Power 4, funnily enough. Now, I would say that Denied Air Force is way more painful in the Spanish Civil War DLC as well, because you're so reliant on aircraft. Same for Denied Artillery. Really, really, really painful. Probably best avoided. Like, incredibly painful. Now, what I would say is, if you want to go for something, slow modernization's pretty good. Because there isn't a lot of... I mean, there's a reasonable amount of unit progression during the campaign, but the units that you start the game with and the units that you finish with aren't... There isn't such a huge gulf between them. So slow modernization is not as painful as it would be in the base campaign. In the base campaign, this can actually be very painful, especially at certain break points where the years change. But in the Spanish Civil War DLC, I find that slow modernization is not as painful. So this is a good pick if you want points. And the funny part is, with so many of these actually not being that good anymore, the usual suspects of Killer Team and the Power 4 are really, and I guess Veteran Anti-Air, these are all the great picks. But there's not so many of them. So we are now hosted on Slitherine Group. So hello everybody on the Slitherine channel. It's good to see you. Nothing's happened yet. I'm just talking about abilities, so you haven't missed much. This is the Spanish Civil War DLC for Panzer Corps 2, and I just got started early because I just thought I would have a chat with early comers about the various abilities in the game. So it's just discussing how some of these abilities are just not quite as good in the Spanish Civil War DLC because of the way this campaign works. And some of these are much more painful, and some of them are much easier to swallow for similar reasons. So, not to repeat too much, but Infantry General's no good because you don't get any infantry. Industry Connections isn't very good because you'll get Spanish auxiliaries that aren't very useful. Auxiliary Force, you already have an auxiliary force, so you don't really need another one. And Panzer General was never that great. Liberator also feels a bit weaker because there's just less primary objectives around to capture. And likewise, Denied Air Force and Denied Artillery are much more painful in the Spanish Civil War DLC. And slow modernization is not so bad because there isn't so much technological progression throughout the campaign that you can't live with slow modernization. So the question is, what am I going to go for? Let's go with Flexible Command and Grasp. That's 2 of the Power 4. Now my decision is whether I want to take Killer Team or the other 2 parts of the Power 4, which would be Blitzkrieg and Perimeter Control. Let's go with Blitzkrieg and Perimeter Control. Why not? Let's take the Power 4. We'll make my life easy and take the Power 4. I've never played... Well, I've only played a bit of the first mission, so why not, right? Okay. Shall we begin? Yes. We must aid the Spanish. No one expects the German Inquisition. No one's expecting the German Inquisition. So we will not, due to the not wanting to undermine the legitimacy of the nationalists, we will not be deploying any German infantry. This is what I mean by the various perks that surround infantry combat will be useless, because you just won't have any infantry. Okay, we're pre-deployed and we're not allowed to change it. At least I don't think we are. Well, I won't change it anyway, because I think it's fine the way it is. You don't really have much... You don't have a lot in the way of choices here anyway, to be fair. This is a much more tight campaign. There's much stronger control over what units you'll have access to. Okay, let's go. So the early part is obviously the invasion of Spain. Let the invasion commence. Now, there's obviously a limit on the amount of ships that you have available. So, having deployed all of these, I have no more shipping left. Alright, boys, let's go. We are go for invasion. Okay, so the only thing that you can really do is that you start with a scout plane, 3 fighters and 3 dive bombers. They're not the most powerful aircraft in the world, but they will let you see what's going on. So you can get to work. Softening up the defenders on the coastline. As for your fighters, you can't really do much with them because there is an anti-aircraft gun here. But there is a plane here which you can take down. There we go, it's a nice start. This anti-aircraft gun will attack me next turn, but it's worth it to get rid of that fighter. Just prevents any shenanigans. Okay. So we've got this enemy's anti-aircraft gun here has moved forward. I thought you had staggered movement. Interesting that I cannot further move there. So obviously these boys are, well, this one's not out of range, but the rest of them will be out of range shortly. Might as well take the opportunity now to reinforce. So one thing I have to do is capture this supply tile as well. That's going to make it much easier for me. Okay, now this is artillery. I think I'm relatively safe to deploy my artillery here. Yeah, let's deploy like this. This way, if this infantry turns around and comes back, this artillery will defend it, so that won't be a problem. Let's go, boys. Run, run, run! Okay, with the airport captured, I am now actually free to move some of my air force across. So we'll move across the plains that are not damaged to take this front line position. We're now... we've now established a foothold. So it shouldn't take too much longer to start landing the army of Africa. Okay, nothing further to do. Wow, that actually hurt. Okay. Not really a big deal to replace that. You'll notice here that the AI is much more aggressive about trying to get out of surrounds as well. So that's new. Hello! Hello, Mr. Grumble. I can't normally stream because my studio is not... It's not got a good internet connection. But I've borrowed the wife's computer today, so... Right, let's take this, I guess it's a weapon depot or something. We'll just take it down. So the real trick here will be sandwiching these guys in. Welcome to Encircled, my friends. Sadly, these craft are out of range. I could go for these, but I want to capture them, really. Okay, let's lock this boy in as well. I don't believe any of these units have got enough range to get to this airport. So we should be good. Okay. Let's go, boys. A 24-hour stream. Are you kidding me? I'd die. I've actually done it before, though, to be fair. I have done it before. It's certainly not easy to do, but it can be done. Alright, the Spanish ships have arrived. I don't think they can do any real damage, though. He's trying to squeeze out. But it's not going to happen. Alright, let's capture, shall we? Let's see, for suppression. Should be enough. We can't spend forever trying to capture, you know, we do have deadlines to meet and such. Not too bothered about killing this one. Although apparently finishing the job is going to be difficult. Alright, this guy is totally suppressed. Huh. Can't capture with artillery. Something to keep in mind. Right, let's get a fighter here to support these. Start pushing up. So next turn these two will be totally suppressed and I can steal them. And then move on up. Did I? Did I know that? I must have forgotten. Okay. Mount up, boys. I only have 4 aircraft, so other units will have to wait. Alright, come at me. Ouch. I can't do 1 damage to him. Oh, the scout plane will help. There we go. Nope, that failed. There we go. Happy days. can see, I'm lining up my next victim here. Hang on one second. I'm just going to turn the music down a little bit. I do like the music, but it's always so loud to me. Let's go, boys. I might as well keep the others airborne. We can deploy at the next airport. This airport here. All we gotta do is sneak in there and take it. We see we have a great opportunity here to steal some Spanish artillery. Which, I don't think it's like the most exciting artillery in the universe, to be honest. But hey. I won't say no. Might as well add some suppression here. Shoot this guy into paste. There we go. That was nice and easy. Got to get used to using artillery that doesn't have hard support, because those of you who have seen me play before, I usually use 15cm artillery because I like the flexibility it brings, in that it defends against both hard and soft. But no such luxuries. I love the music, but on headphones it's really loud. I'm not quite sure why that is, but it is. Okay, all looks good so far. These aircraft are in range of the airport. I'm not certain that I can just drop here if the airport is not captured. Oh, I totally can. Outstanding. I can just come in and take the airport, even though it's not, even though it wasn't secured. Well, that's what you get for leaving your airfield unsecured now, isn't it? Nice airfield. I'll take it. Wow, that's really good. That's really good that we can just walk in and grab that airfield. Okay, I have one tactical available. Might as well harass this artillery. Apparently I'm out of supply here. I'm not quite sure why, because I'm pretty sure I have supply through these tiles. No, I guess not. I guess that's just actually tight. Oh well, not a big deal. Yeah. You can see that the scout cars have no interest in attacking artillery in a close tile. That is one tight squeeze they're putting on my dudes there. Right, let's get to work. Okay. Another fighter bites the dust. Okay, I need to reinforce that. I shouldn't have a problem putting the squeeze on these boys. Just use my artillery to soften the load. Okay, let's see. 6 suppression, so I'm not sure I can actually force them to surrender on this turn. Unless I really hit them hard. Like, really hit them hard. Alright, thank you. This is not so bad. I mean, you know, I could get more out of this, but I'm pretty happy with just taking what I'm getting. Let's shut these boys down. Oh wow, they survived. Oh, they must be massively entrenched. Right, let's get to work re-establishing my supply lines. So, there's a whole mess up here which I need to unpick. It's just a matter of figuring out the right way to approach it. Alright, that anti-aircraft gun is now so badly harmed. Let's put some hurt on this anti-tank gun. Okay, let's have a think. Okay, that's the supply line resecured. So I can just drop infantry now. No problem. Solidly re-establish my supply lines here. I did not leave random at 50%. I put it on my usual 10%. A little bit of flavor, but nothing that's gonna, you know, be casino gameplay. It's one of the best features of Panzer Corps 2 is that you can set the RNG. Because I appreciate that some people like a huge amount of RNG and just like their game to have a lot of randomness to it. And some people, like myself, just prefer to have a game where things play out more or less as expected. Right, I'm just making a front line here. Is there anything over here? No. Okay, so I think I'm pretty safe. Alright, what have I got left? Nothing down here. Just double checking. One tactical. Okay. That's a lot of scout cars. None of these vehicles. This is so funny. None of these tanks want to fight the infantry because it's suicide. It's a total. You know, it's death. Tanks just cannot attack infantry in a city tile. Even on the offensive, the tank does not fare well. Or I should say, even on the defensive. On the defensive, it still doesn't fare well. So it's just one of those funny things. All right, I need to really think about what I'm doing here. Obviously, we just tap surrender on this one. That's easy enough. Decision to make. How suppressed is he? 5. Right, okay, I think I can just shut this infantry down. But I'm considering hammering this artillery too. And even the scout car is vulnerable. Yeah, I think I can force a surrender there. 2 -1. 7 suppression. Stick my scout plane over. Alright, fine. Alright, nice surrender. Good money. Money in pocket. Best kind of money. Do you know, I'm almost tempted to see if I can pin these guys in. It looks to me like they're in a very uncomfortable spot. Oh yes. I think discomfort is perhaps some British understatement. As for the future prospects of this army group that are now in a total surround. Okay, let's get to work. Okay, so I need to send a fighter here to escort these two. Ouch! Oh man, that tank got ransacked. He got absolutely ransacked. Jettisoned from this life. Alright, sweet. We took enough of Seville to get a bonus. Or Seville, I guess, would be the correct pronunciation. Seville. Don't know if any of you are Spanish. Okay, right, let's move this guy in here to complete my surround. I don't have anything for these guys to do right now, so I'll move them up. Seems reasonable. Okay, cool. Everything's captured. Everything is moving smoothly. Might as well relink. No reason to keep them separate right now. Alright, so far so good. They're desperate to escape. Desperate to escape my grip. The original Panzer Corps 2 campaign did not have voice acting. And then when the game was released, the voice acting was there. So it wouldn't surprise me if there is VA, but I don't actually 100% know if there is or not. So, there might be, is the answer. I don't actually know. Oh yes. I'm gonna surround these boys so hard. They're never gonna know. Look at this surround. It's disgusting. I've got these boys in a vice. Can this... Oh yeah, the AA gun can actually get a kill. Nice. Shoot him! Alright, some of these boys are so suppressed I can now capture them. They might wriggle around though, because there's still some spaces in my containment. These are not my units, so... if they take damage, it's not my problem. Germany thanks them for their service. One thing, make sure you actually kill the enemy, because they do like to use reinforcements. So, be sure to kill them dead. Don't allow them to get away. Okay, do we think that we have this tight enough? Surrender! This is brutal. Flexible command is really showing its worth here in this campaign. I'll get in there and try and kill that dead. Try and kill all this stuff. We got loads of time. I got like 10 turns left. I got forever to do as I wish to these poor people. I'm gonna move this here, so this tank cannot wiggle out. Nice, that was some good suppression. Think that this guy will surrender. Nice. Okay. I got a few more units here that I can move up. Nice! We pushed him into the swamp. That's going to make him so much easier to kill, even if he reinforces. Shame I haven't got a spare aircraft to bomb him with, but oh well. Okay, there are a couple of little towns around. Maybe we'll cast our eyes to them after we're done. Probably clean this up first and then push east. Oh, he's like trying to kill himself, basically. Was I suppressed there? No. I guess I had a supply chain. That was an easy kill. Soften these enemies. Let's provide fighter escort. Just in case. This fighter plane is 10 strength. It's going to actually be really hard to deal with. Okay, let's go with... we'll put the artillery here. And then we'll poke these guys into submission. See ya, boys! Alright, these armored cars are, they're no match. No match for German armor. Oh, he got away. He got away onto the bridge. That was silly of me. I should have realised he could have gone there. Well, he doesn't have infinite movement, so... we can keep pushing him around until he quits living. Oh, now he's defended by this anti-tank. Okay, alright, let's figure it out. None of these boys can actually do enough damage. But the anti-tank can. A lot of these old tanks have actually got very heavy armor, and the weapons I have are not that great, so... there is a struggle to even do 1 damage. Alright, let's leave these infantry to stew in that surround. Get him. There we go. Man, he really ran for it. Well, I guess that's a scout car for you. Oh, this artillery was in range. I could have used it. Guess I could still use it, but it wasn't exactly optimal, but oh well. Okay, 1 health. I think the fighter can finish it. There we go. Okay, I don't know how much more they have over here, and I'll use my scout plane next turn to find out. But I think, apart from this fighter plane, I think all the major threats are dead. Which is good, which is nice. Wow. The Army of Africa troops are actually really, really powerful. But then again, this is just militia, so I guess you can expect militia to do poorly. Right, let's have a think. So let's send the recon. Okay. Kill this infantry. Kill this anti-tank. Now let's send the scout plane up to do some scouting. Okay. Mines, militia, an anti-aircraft gun. That's nothing we can't handle. Nothing that can't be dealt with. Right, I've lured this plane back. Now I'm going to mess him up. I've actually lured him into a trap here. So, here's a question for the audience. What's the trap? Why is this plane being here really good for me? See if you can spot the trap. While I'm waiting for you guys to have your guesses, I'm just going to carry on cleaning up here. Let's lock this boy in. Any thoughts? Suppose I can deal with these artillery now as well. These infantry. I'm not even sure they're really worth much in terms of prestige. 43 prestige. That's like literally nothing. Yeah, so the trap is that this anti-air has got a very short range, right? But if I move it onto the hill, now suddenly it's in range. The AI does not think about hills when it goes to place its aircraft, so that was the trick. Now I can put a huge amount of hurt on it without too much retaliation because I did so much suppression damage to it. It's a trap. Okay, just re-securing my guys. And we'll push this one up here. I don't know what's over here, but we'll worry about that in future turns. For now, let's worry about cleaning up this mess. I'm not sure if there's anything here either, but we'll have a look. Height supports anti-aircraft and artillery by giving them +1 range. So you can lure enemy aircraft into a position where they think that your artillery or well, not aircraft aren't affected by artillery, but you can lure aircraft into range, thinking that they're out of range of your anti-aircraft guns. But if they're next to a hill, you can then move on to the hill and get extra range, so you'll actually be in range. Okay, we're being attacked by a few extra units over here, but nothing major. Okay, I can see this now. I guess one of my aircraft flew over it on the way back. Right, let's get to work. Kill him. Don't run. I just want to be your friend. I could totally... There's no supply tiles here. I could totally surround this. And I will. Good thing I didn't try and rush in. Those minefields, they would be very bad news for my tanks. This is more than enough forces to take this area. I've just got to get past the mines and then get in there. I think this thing has got some pretty serious range. 2? It's not that bad. Right, let's deal with this silly recon car, shall we? Seal in the flavor. What is that? That's artillery. That's an anti-tank. Okay, so these are all protected by anti-tank and artillery. This is total protection. Ah, what a surprise. There's an anti-aircraft gun there, I should have known. How did you know there was a guy in the closet? There's always a guy in the closet. Don't know if any of you have watched Last Action Hero, you might get that joke. Cost me a fortune in closet doors. Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth trying to attack. I'll send this infantry this way. Oh look, if it isn't our friend the fighter plane. He's back. Ouch. I did not think that that militia would move, but it did. Right, let's figure it out. Nearly. Got him. This area seems to be clear. Guess artillery has no effect on mines. Get him! Hunt him down! Okay, and that's these boys are now trapped in a trapped in an encirclement. So we can just clear these minefields now and clear out these enemies. I guess I'll have to use my artillery to bunker bust them down though. Well, those are things to worry about next turn. So, with this pretty much secured, let us turn our attentions to this side. I really wish I could shoot this boy down. But he's just too strong. As long as they reinforce it, I will not be able to finish it. Okay, let's have a little think. I'd actually lose a lot of experience there, so I'm not going to do that. Okay. Sweet. So we've got this group here. And I think the way forward is to put them in a surround. Should be easy enough. Seems like they've got some infantry support on the way. Okay. So let's work it out. How are we going to do it? So we'll start with this infantry. I guess I want to make as much money as possible, right? So let's not even damage them. Let's just actually put a wholesale surround on them. Okay, get ready for 4 points of suppression, my friends. Coming soon to an enemy unit near you. Okay, that's great. I just need to seal them in next turn. They are struggling to escape, but they cannot. Ooh, that hurt. Okay, it's alright. I'll get that money back. Get him. Okay. I don't really want to make these replacements so late in the game here, but looks like I gotta. Gotta make sure I put an end to them. Or keep them suppressed. Can't allow them to retreat and then heal. Which unfortunately I think is what's going to happen. I need to reinforce my fighters for that plane when it comes back. Unless I move this here. No, that's gonna... It's gonna break my my encirclement. Okay. If it takes an extra turn, it takes an extra turn. No problem. Right, let's worry about up here, shall we? should be simple enough. Put enough hurt on this bunker that it will be totally suppressed next turn. Mine clearance. Not really the most exciting of tasks here. Well, unless you make a mistake, then I suppose it's a very exciting task. I have not played Steel Panthers. I've played a lot of games, but I haven't played that one. It does keep getting mentioned, though. I played all the Panzer General and People's General games. Those are a big part of my childhood. Alright, I got him. I think I can finally kill that fighter plane that's been plaguing me this whole time. I'm not sure if any of my guys have actually got enough strength to do any damage to this thing. Isn't that funny? Can the tacticals get any work done? I'll bring one up to try next time. Looks like the only way I'm going to remove that strong point is with either a tank or an anti-tank gun, which I don't have any anti-tank guns nearby. I can certainly send one up there. I guess this means I can start moving my infantry towards the front line here. Anyway, that aside, I finally have an opportunity to take this plane down. And I will. What a menace. Like, what a total nightmare this boy has been. His reign of terror comes to an end now. Let's clean them up. Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, I have so many games I want to play. I also want to play Fantasy General 2. I played the first one a very long time ago. I just haven't had the chance. There's just so much stuff I want to play, and there's not enough time in the universe to play it. Alright, another sweet surrender. Okay, that just leaves us artillery. Which I don't have enough movement to lock it in. What I do want to do is get rid of this infantry forever. Alright, we're clear. This whole area looks clear. Apart from, you know, landmines. Huge tracts of landmines. I don't want to attack these guys because they might retreat here, and then they would not be surrounded anymore, and they would regain their footing, and I don't want to allow that to happen. So, in fact, they did indeed move there. In the hope of recovering, but I will not allow it. See ya. Okay, this artillery is locked in. And now it's mine. Nice. That's probably not worth. 3 turns left. It's probably not worth to attack these. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Is you know, a lot of these TBS games, they come with hours and hours and hours and hours of entertainment. You know, more RPGs. I mean, I love turn-based games, especially turn-based RPGs. So, you know, these games are usually like between 40 and 200 hours long. There's never enough time to play them all. It's too much. It's too hard. Especially when there's just so many quality TBS games out there. I have no way to hurt this. I think the anti-tank is the only thing that might have the firepower. Free experience points, right? Ah, the tack can get some work done. Except that he didn't. He tried and failed. But the prediction is for 1 damage, so I guess we might get 1 damage. Okay. Can I take this down with anti-tank? Yes. Potentially, yes. Hey, 1 damage! Woohoo! I don't think this will be quick enough, though. I have a thought. I'm not sure if it's a good thought, but I have one. Oh yeah, no. Oh, look at all this stuff that's just spawned in. Let's leave that in a defensive formation. This looks like the start of a counterattack, but it's too late to do anything. It's too late to stop me. So one trick for doing damage, which you might not know, is if you split recons, you actually get multiples of the bonus. So where you might previously not have done any damage, you might do some. Jesus, this thing's as tough as old iron bars. I don't think I'm going to be breaking that. Get him! Let's teach you a lesson about what happens when you try and counterattack me. Mwahaha! And now this anti-tank will protect all of this. This is another anti-tank here, so I'll just place my tank here, but not attack with it. Just defensive formation. So we can put some hurt on this recon. Okay, there's really nothing else to do. The Spanish are on the attack, but it's too late. Too little, too late. I was hoping to get some free extra money here, but that's not gonna happen. I won't get that bunker down in time. I might be able to blast some experience points out of this guy. This anti-aircraft gun is not very good, so... Let's run him over. Okay. I already got that mission objective to garrison this whole area. I don't think you have to actually have it garrisoned at the end. I hope not. Since I got the notification that the objective was complete. Let's see if I got some spare fighters here. Yeah, it's interesting that that's showing up as incomplete because you know, it did actually notify me that that objective was completed. Oh well, we'll see. Okay. Sorted. Who are you and what is the meaning of this? That's a face he's making there. Okay. General Franco. Shanjuro is dead. Okay. Sir, are you sure about this? Yep, he is. Don't you worry. He's very sure. A captain? That's right. She outranks you now. Good luck. Okay. What have we gotten ourselves into? So you see, they've done some end mission stuff now. This was not true in the first campaign. So it's quite nice that they explain the history behind each mission. Okay, let's take a break. But we're going to be carrying on after this, so don't worry. We still have a bit more time, plenty more time. Well, not plenty more time. Half an hour more, but I might do a bit more. Because why not? Depends on you guys, of course. So, now's your chance to use a toilet, get a drink, all that kind of stuff. Hello, you've caught me now. I'm a rare Pokemon. Yeah, we're just taking a 60-second break. So, well, I'm just going to use the toilet quickly and get a drink, and I suggest that you all do the same, and then we'll move on to the next mission. So, this is the 20 Years of Slitherine Celebration stream. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far, and I'll be back shortly. Hey guys, I'm back. I hope you guys got yourself a drink or whatever. Let us continue. This is the new Spanish DLC, which is not out yet, which is what I'm playing right now. Spanish Civil War. Alright. She means business. German mercenaries. Okay. Our planes are not good enough. Control these 2 victory hexes. Sink the battleship. Yame 1. I presume that's how that's pronounced. Or Yaime 1. What would you prefer? Our official designation is Compe fra Gruppe 88. I don't know what 88 is in German. My German's not that good. It is a bit of a mouthful. It is. It is. Condor Legion. Exterminator. +5 attack against units below 50 strength. Huh. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever gotten that hero before. Somebody call for an exterminator. I could have just used the Elite Replace All button, to be fair. That's new. Okay, so there's a lot of allied infantry here, and they are allied. They're not mine. So I guess they're going to be doing a lot of attacking. So I'm allowed to purchase some auxiliaries. And I guess this is what we'll use to bomb that ship into paste. Until I have another airport, I'll have to leave the scout plane. So I presume that our allies are going to do their best to get themselves killed. Because that's what allies do. Is this a better unit? It's an identical unit. Let's see, what else have I got for potential upgrades. It's like anything is better than my tanks. I don't have enough of these to deploy them though. 6 and 4. It's not enough. The enemies certainly have better vehicles than me, but I haven't captured enough of them to actually deploy any. Although that's not better. But that certainly is. But I've only got 9, so that's not enough. So you can see why slow modernization is not much of a penalty. Yeah, Spanish dreadnoughts. Let's do our best to sink them. So yeah, you can see why I said, like, you know, slow modernization isn't much of a penalty. Because they're genuinely, there isn't much to upgrade to. Alright, let's go. Some of my units have not been deployed. That's the anti-aircraft gun, right? Okay, fine. Yes, the plane will have to wait. There's no airport space for it. Okay, so obviously there's not a huge amount that I can do here, since we are very much relying on the the Spanish infantry to do work. What are the odds that there's an enemy plane down here at this airport? Ha ha ha, what a surprise. What a surprise. They got quite a deployment of stuff here. Get him! Don't let him escape. Okay, what's that? That is an anti-aircraft gun. Another enemy plane. Wow, this bomber is way better than the stuff I have. The Spanish bomber is way better than the ones that I've got. I'll have to move my aircraft next to the fighters to defend them. Okay. Now we can only hope that the Spanish infantry horde moves forward in a sensible way. Go! Oh wow, that's actually really good. Capture the airport and make their life hell. Wow, they even got a surrender. Going after my strat bomber, of course. Ouch. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I don't think that was too bad. Alright, that's one down. Can I loop around back and put these guys in a surround? Nice. I don't think this artillery will reach. Okay, these are not expensive to reinforce, so... it's not a big deal that I take some losses here. You have an NPC ally, you do, yep. You gotta babysit them. Ah, oh, I'm in range of that anti-aircraft gun. How irritating. Get right. I can't quite get around behind them just yet. If I could, it would be great. But I can't. It's nice to at least have one surrounded, I suppose. So let's just review the objectives here. So we've got this town to take, which is easy enough. This, which seems easy enough as well. And then this is optional. Nice, the infantry moved to encircle. They're almost out of ammunition. I surrendered. Okay, that artillery is now completely out of ammo. So is the anti-aircraft gun. Ouch. Alright, that was hardly any damage. Okay, that militia got wrecked. I'm concerned about this enemy infantry here. Currently sneaking around behind. Carpet bomb his ass. Ah, all this allied infantry is just like actually in my way. Oh, of course that's anti-air, isn't it? Okay, that's fine. Just reinforce my fighters. While the enemy is taking a break to reinforce, I will do the same. Alright, we'll lock them in, and then destroy them. Okay, infantry anti-tank wall. So, Not that much. Gibraltar, I don't know if Gibraltar was involved in the Spanish Civil War. I don't know enough about the Spanish Civil War to know whether Gibraltar was involved. Because Gibraltar is sovereign British territory, right? And this is before the UK's declaration of war. So I'm not certain that Gibraltar would be involved. Especially when it's a civil war, right? Okay. That'll do. That was a bad move, but whatever. Ouch! Okay, never mind. Surrendered, so who cares? The reason why I said that was a bad move was because he could have attacked that artillery from here, and that would have been fine. It would have given him more space. Was that meant to be a joke? Other people of Gibraltar a joke to you? Did they do something to offend you? I'm gonna try and finish off this infantry, because the last thing I want is for it to be in my skies being a pain in my ass. I don't know why I said in my skies. In my behind my front lines. Behind my front line being a pain in my ass. That's what I meant to say. You're trying to spoil who won World War II. Is that a spoiler, is it? Are these like these people that queued outside the Passion of the Christ when it first came out and were like, Jesus dies, spoiler alert. I'm pretty sure that most people know how World War II ends. Let's go, boys. I see some exposed artillery and I'm going for it. Oh, it's a hero! It's a hero scout car. And it's over strength too. Right, I'm not really sure what I can do here. This requires infantry and artillery to unpick this mess. So the only thing I can really do is move my tanks to the front line and get ready to try and push forward. What else is in range? I don't know. I don't think this is strategically valuable down here, so I'm not going to bother bombing that artillery. Okay, I guess that'll do. I need to capture this airport if I'm going to strike the battleship. I hope these boys don't spend too long going after this tank. But it looks like they are. Oh, they pushed it. They pushed it to the point that it can now repair. I see we have another nasty fighter plane involved. Okay. Let's see. I'll just green replace that. It's not mine anyway. Okay, that's that dealt with. Wow, I can go all the way over there? This... Oh, because there's a road. Huh. Out of interest, what is down here? Let's scout it with a bomber. Oh, ha! There's a fort there blocking you. So never mind. I thought this might be an easy bit of prestige, but nope. Nope, they thought about it. Gonna try and weaken the infantry because the my allied infantry will be good against these anti-tank guns. Oh man, this fighter is out of range. So I can't go for it directly. Fine, okay. Let's think. There we go. So I can bomb these guys and they won't be able to recover. I don't know if I can sweep around behind this column. I'll try. Try and sweep around behind the column and see if... See if I can seal them in. This area here, I just can't touch it. Not without infantry. So I'm relying on my ally here to make this push. Alright, they're going after the ATs. Alright, I might be able to get the fighter. Or at least really put the hurt on it. Alright, that wasn't the best ever, but let's do what we can. Let's shut this down. Okay, that's some pretty serious damage. Four damage, man. This strat bomber is really good. This is some serious enemy formation here, though. Okay. So, if I can... Because supply doesn't travel through mountains, so... If I can cut down here, I could put all of these guys in a surround. 10%. I always set it to 10%. Just a little bit of spice, but not too much randomness, because... You know, I like to win or lose based on my decisions, and not because the dice did not favor me. Or, you know, I don't even like to win because the dice favored me. If you get my feeling here. The last thing I want to hear when I win a game is, "You got lucky." What is this? Artillery, anti-air, more artillery. It does look like I can bust through. Oh yeah, of course he's got Provocateur. Well, not having any infantry is really putting a crimp on my style right now. I think next turn I should be able to bust through here, though. Okay, the encirclement has expanded. Alright, it's not as much of an encirclement as I would have liked, but it should be enough. Let's just hope that the AI actually kills priority targets here. Okay, not the best. Oh, he's cleared the path for me to surround them, though. Okay. Went up. I'm going to shoot this bomber down. Happy day. His harassment ends now. Gotcha! Okay, I guess this strong point is meant to stop you from going any further. If we're gonna bomb that... if we're gonna bomb that ship, we need to actually... bomb it from here, I guess. Got him. Only for a scout car. Because a scout car could slide past and then go down here, right? A tank would have to stop here, then stop here, then move. It would be like 3 turns, and it would be shot at constantly. But a scout car could get through. Oh, wrong button. Split. Oh! Mines. Just to make it really, really clear, you're not supposed to go down there. Right, I've really got these guys where I want them now. Nice. In the immortal words of Hitman Hennessy, their nuts are in a vice, Ace. Looks like this infantry is destined to stay here and defend the airport, and that's fine. That is something I can handle. Okay, I guess we just wait for the Spanish to move in. Go, go, gadget! Espanol! That's it, they're just gonna go in and massacre them now. They're not even waiting for the suppression to kick in. They're just murdering them. Right, let's now deploy my scout plane. For I now actually have enough airports secured. Oh! Have you deployed your recon plane? I literally just did it. I literally just did it. I'm getting ready to scout this area. Although I will scout it now with a fighter. Wow, that ship looks defenseless, actually. That looked like it hurt. The tacticals cannot do enough damage. Light cruiser. That's Yami one there. Ah, cool. Free prestige, take it. Using my artillery to soften up the big infantry stacks. We'll hit whatever's in range. I guess I need to locate closer. No more room at that airfield. Okay. Sealed in. Nice. So, do any of you guys actually not have Panzer Corps 2? Out of interest. Just to get a feeling. Do any of you guys not have the base game? Or have you all got it? I mean, for turn-based players, it's you know, one of the best releases in the last few years, so I'd be surprised if you don't have it. Yep, I cannot attack. I would be murdered. Go on, Spanish infantry, go! Ooh, an enemy fighter. That's not going to stop me. You think that fighter is going to stop me from bombing your precious warship into paste? Oh god, it's out of range. All right. I've been given some extra planes, but that doesn't help that that fighter is currently sitting there. And my fighters are out of range to deal with it. Alright, there's the escorts. I could just kill it and take the damage. This is an auxiliary plane. It will not be carried over. Might as well. Free experience points, right? Is there anything over here? Ah, mines! Oh well, this unit's not one of mine, so whatever. Might as well kill that. No, there's nothing further I can do here. Needs infantry. Requires the loving touch of enemy infantry. Ouch! Oh, it's a massacre. Okay, so the fighter is up here now. I genuinely don't have enough powerful enough fighters to actually take this down. But I'll try. I can certainly put the hurt on him. Ah, these planes are not able to move yet. I gotta wait for them. Well, while we're waiting for them, we can certainly put the main ship into the ground, or send it to the bottom of the sea or something. Who doesn't have a copy? Hang on, I missed that. Why stop at 2 copies? Ha! Avard doesn't have a copy. Why not? Is it a money issue? Or are you just not interested in Panzer Corps. Just out of interest, just out of curiosity. Man, I have no idea what to do with my planes right now. Goodbye. Alright, that's all the mission objectives complete. Yep. I guess there'll be an enemy counterattack. I wouldn't be here if Panzer Corps 2 didn't tingle my thingies. Right, well we're actually almost out of time, and I thought we are out of time, and I thought that I could win this map by completing all the objectives early, but I think there must be like a planned counter-attack or something, because the map is still going, despite me having completed every objective. So I can only presume that there's more to go. But let's see what happens. Yeah, so it looks like there might be a little bit of a counterattack or something. And it looks like the Allied strat bombers are finally ready to get to work. Although the strat bomber that I bought seems to be way better, which is funny. So, anyway. Yes, I can tell you there are 16 to 18 maps, I believe. Something like that. It's about that number. And this will be, I think, the first part of a grand campaign. Eventually it'll all be strung together into one giant campaign. So yeah, it's quite substantial. There are a lot of extra units in this as well. They've added a load of extra Spanish and early German equipment that wasn't in the base games. There's actually a lot to this campaign. Okay, well, that's it for now. But if you don't have a copy of Panzer Corps 2, then I will be doing a bit of a giveaway at some point. I'm not just going to throw keys into the chat because bots and stuff harvest them. So just drop me a comment on my community panel on my YouTube. Most of you guys, I presume, are from my YouTube anyway, because that's mostly where I live. I only do the occasional stream when it's requested. So drop me a message on there with, I have a contact email on my YouTube. Just drop me a mail and just say that you watched this stream and you'd like a chance to win a copy of Panzer Corps 2. And then in like a week from now, I will just randomly pick someone or a couple of people and I will send them this game. So there you go. You're from the Slitherine channel. fair enough. I don't have any bots set up on here, but hang on, I will give you the link. What I will do at some point is actually properly set up this Twitch channel. It's really... I have a very basic Twitch. I don't have all the flashy bots and stuff installed that, you know, give the links and all that kind of thing. I just have a very basic Twitch channel, but I'll sort it out at some point. Which is funny, because, you know, my YouTube channel is I like to think it's very professional and very good. But I've spent a lot of time on it. Where I've relatively spent very little time on Twitch. I do hardest possible challenge runs. So like things like Panzer Corps 2, Generalismo. I did Panzer Corps 2 on Slitherine with no artillery and no aircraft. I'm doing Jagged Alliance 2 on Expert at the moment, just for fun. I've done all kinds of crazy challenge runs in Battletech. Grim Darkness for Sanctus Reach. It's another great Slitherine game you can pick up. It's all on there. Take a look. Yeah, on this stream, I'll be giving away more than I made. So there you go. That's dedication to the cause. So yeah, just hit me up on my contact email on my YouTube, and and then I'll do a random draw in a week, and I'll send you a reply with a key if you're the winner. Shadow Empire. Maybe. The next game I plan to play is Fantasy General 2. Fantasy General 2 is the next game I plan to have on my channel. Hopefully, if so, at the moment the channel's powered by Patreon support. If I reach my final goal, which I think I'm only like $120 away from it, then I might end up putting out Fantasy General 2 early. But at the moment, I'm doing Jagged Alliance 2 and Battletech, and I have like tons of Slitherine stuff as well. But that's just how it falls at the moment. So it's all turn-based stuff. I just love turn-based games. That's it. I just have a passion for turn-based games. I also have some exclusive stuff on there from some indie TBS developers. So, anyway, that is it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I basically won this anyway. Just clean up these ships and I'm done. And I will see you guys on my YouTube channel or on the Slitherine main Twitch in the future. The next time I'm streaming is the 26th of this month, so it's a little bit away. But I gotta borrow my wife's PC to stream, so... Alright, take care of yourselves, guys, and I will see you all next time.